Today's What If episode takes a turn into crossover territory, and that is, what if Yu-Gi-Oh characters play Digimon? What deck would they play, and why? For this episode, I'm diving back into a lot of people's childhood, taking motifs and themes throughout the show to give my reasonings on why these characters from the original Yu-Gi-Oh series would play this deck. 10 characters chosen from the first series. Yu-Gi-Oh has had a major impact on trading card games, consistently being one of the top 5 trading card games at any given time. But enough talk, it's time to duel. Number 10, Rex Raptor. Rex Raptor was one of the earliest characters who exhibited a themed deck, and that is dinosaurs. And with so many dinosaur decks, you think this guy would be playing Tyrannomon, right? Wrong. While true, his boss monster in his first featured match was the twin-headed King Rex. Rex Raptor's true boss monster was unveiled later to be the Red Eyes Black Dragon. Hey, we are now in dragon territory. Although Rex would later lose this card to Joey Wheeler, his next best card would be the Serpent Knight Dragon, which if you think about it, there's only one deck that combines dragons and dinosaurs. I felt Rex Raptor would pilot Gamma Dorbic, the main man himself, in combination with your Ceratopsian cards from the Gamma family. Number 9, Weevil Underwood. The regional champion in the original dub was a specialist when it came to insects. For Digimon, there are a wide variety of insectoid Digimon ranging from Green Hybrid, Shivamon, and Grandis. But when you bring it down to his 2 boss monsters, ultimately it came down to the Great Moth and Insect Queen. And only one Digimon coincides with these 2 monsters, and that is Eosmon. This deck can majorly cheese players, and although it's not competitive, Weevil himself would do anything to win. Number 8, Mako Tsunami. Sea Duelist Extraordinaire introduced some additional weird things in the original TV show, which Yugi destroyed his own spell the Moon with the Giant Soldier of Stone. For this duelist, there are 2 ways to approach what kind of deck he would play. Ancient Mermaidmon fits more in line with the Legendary Fisherman, but there is also the Fortress Whale motif. And let's be real, Aegis-Dramon is the Fortress Whale of the Digimon trading card game. Number 7, My Valentine. My Valentine was everyone's favorite female duelist of the series, at least until Ishizu appeared. Mai played predominantly with Harpy Ladies, and while true I could go the bird route and have Mai play Phoenixmon, Yellow Hybrid with Venusmon definitely makes more sense. Zephyrmon herself looks like a Harpy Lady, and if you want that Harpy's pet dragon, there's always Yellow War Greymon you could throw in as well. Considering she made it to the Final 4 at Duelist Kingdom, Yellow Hybrid is definitely well deserved. Number 6, Ryo Bakura. Bakura is an interesting character of the Yu-Gi-Oh series. The earliest card that Bakura played were the Man-Eater Bug and Change of Heart card. The best chance you have with the Man-Eater Bug is Retaliation, but there's no real change of ownership in the Digimon trading card game. With that, I felt the best deck for Bakura would be Minerva Merva Loop. This deck takes advantage of the trashing mechanic and of course utilizes numerous Retaliators. Mixed in with some Revival, well that's just Bakura himself always coming back. Number 5, Bandit Keith. Do I really need to say anything for this guy? Machinedramon, of course. With all the machine monsters that Keith played, Machinedramon is definitely the go-to for this character. Now at this point, things get a lot harder, because let's be real, a lot of our main characters from Duelist Kingdom don't really have any themes, and here's where this one got a little interesting. Number 4, Joey Wheeler. Joey started off in the series as a character who chocked his deck full of monsters. No spells, no traps. But as he progressed as a character throughout the series, it soon became clear that Joey had an affinity towards warrior monsters. While yes, Red Eyes Black Dragon was his ace monster, he would lose this early on in the Battle City, and Yugi would become its owner. But later series Joey would choose his trusty Flame Swordsman as his deck master. And because of this, there's only one monster in the Digimon trading card game that meets the criteria. Emperor Greymon. Meaning Joey would likely be playing Red Hybrid. Number 3, Maximilian Pegasus. The creator of Duel Monsters has many themes to go with. Relinquished and Thousand Eyes Restrict are examples of some of his most powerful monsters, let alone his toon ones. At first I considered D-Reaper for this deck because of the suck mechanic, but after more thought, one local did mention something that truly made sense. As a result, Maximilian Pegasus would be playing Royal Knights with King Drassel. The creator of Duel Monsters would have wanted to be a god himself in his own way. And what better way than King Drassel himself? Oh, by the way, not to mention Omekamon is literally a toon version of Omnimon. Number 2. Seto Kaiba. When you think about Kaiba, he really only has one monster that defines his character, an obsession, and that is the legendary Blue Eyes White Dragon. However, in the Digimon trading card game, there aren't too many white dragons besides a Zulongmon. After consideration, I'd probably say Shine Greymon is the deck that Seto Kaiba would play. Shine Greymon is defined as a light dragon trait, and funny enough, has blue eyes. And finally, number 1, Yugi Moto. The main character of Yu-Gi-Oh! Has always had a hodgepodge type of deck. Warriors, spellcasters, fusion monsters, you name it. He's pretty much got one of everything in the deck. There is only one type of deck that defines Yugi as a character, and that is Crossheart. Hear me out. Crossheart has Digimon that fuse together to create different combinations. Imagine the times where Yugi would cross two monsters willy-nilly with the Living Arrow card. And before you say, but where's the Dark Magician? Shoutmon literally has a staff. I'd probably just call him a Dark Magician at this point. Not to mention, all of Crossheart works as a unity of friendship. And that is definitely something that Yugi has. Overall, this was a really fun episode to put together, and to look back on since Yu-Gi-Oh! Was arguably my first trading card game as a child. Do you think it'd be funny to actually have these decks play against one another? Do you agree or disagree with some of the choices I've made for deck choices for our characters? And finally, do you want me to continue with GX, and arguably my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh! Series, 5Ds? Let me know your thoughts, and I'll catch you on another What If topic. This is DigiPanda, logging out.